Hello everyone and welcome back to my official The GH24 News YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason Morgan to hang Cyrus Renaud. Nina Reeves braces to confess to Willow Tate Corinthos. Meanwhile, Kai Taylor continues relating with Trina Robinson. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in Moments Occasion. Nina to continue having a heart-to-heart with her son. Hopeless to pull Willow down from Drew Kane Quartermain, Nina is taking a big threat. Nina has no idea how Willow will reply to learning Drew also slept with her mama. Nina hopes that it'll nausea Willow and pull her down from the sleazy Solon. Of course, it's also possible that Nina cravens out at the last nanosecond and covers with another story. Still, will the nanny indeed believe her mama? If Nina does tell Willow about her intimate arrangement with Drew, Willow is in love and her mind could look for any reason not to believe Nina's claim. It's also possible that Willow confronts Drew, who might claim Nina is lying. On Wednesday, the exercise videotape also teases further pressure between Jocelyn Jacks and Anna Devane. Jocelyn took matters into her own hands and snuck into Cyrus' room. Jocelyn disturbed a flower, which advised Cy that someone was in his room. Also, Jocelyn apologized to Cyrus, which might have done damage control if two other incidents had happened. Cyrus eavesdropped Elizabeth Liz Baldwin and was also brazened by Danny Morgan. In the coming occasion, anticipate Anna to give Jocelyn a lingo lashing. Anna warns Joss formally again that her little game could get her killed. Back with Cyrus on General Hospital, spoilers reveal he continues being brazened by Jason. Cyrus put his hand on Danny's shoulder to offer a fake prayer. Danny gulped and it was surely a scary situation, although Cy isn't going to do anything in front of the other patrons. Cy has to keep his facade up. Jason threatens Cyrus and says if he touches Danny again, nothing will find the villain's body. The problem is if Cyrus ends up dead, Jason will probably be a high suspect because of that veritably loud and public trouble. The exercise clip also shows Kai telling Trina, "Those are good words to live by." It seems these two are relating, but Curtis Ashford has an off feeling about the youthful man. Meanwhile, Jack Brennan has a sit-down with Carly Spencer. Plus, Elizabeth Liz Baldwin continues opening up to Lucky Spencer. Sonny Corinthos will strike back while Cyrus Renaud targets his coming victim and Carly Spencer suspects Jason Morgan. For starters, Jason will calculate on Danny Morgan to keep quiet about his maternity trick, but he may have another problem. Carly may put Jason through a grilling session and suspect she's not getting the real story. Will Carly figure out that Jason is simply posing as Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby daddy? Could Jason ultimately be forced to come clean about Michael Corinthos getting Sasha pregnant? Anyhow, Jason will have a lot on his plate between all the Sasha drama and trying to keep Danny out of trouble. Cyrus Renaud will remain a trouble in Port Charles as long as he's alive, so Jason may be tempted to get relief of him for good. In the meantime, Cyrus will keep conniving destruction. Cyrus will target his coming victim, so Elizabeth Baldwin will be at threat since he's getting so fixated on taking her down. The last thing Cyrus wants is to land back behind bars, so he may try to wipe Liz off the chart ultimately. There are hints about Lucky Spencer playing the idol for Elizabeth in the coming occurrences, so he may have to defend Elizabeth from whatever grim attempts Cyrus might make. Jocelyn Jacks could also be in grave peril since Cyrus sounded suspicious of her fake reason. Despite Jocelyn's sweats to throw Cyrus off the trail, he may soon realize she could be his downfall unless he goes after her first. As for Sonny, it looks like he'll await Ava Jerome's answer after proposing a guardianship concession. Rick Lansing will have some enterprises about Sonny's offer, but it may be the stylish one Ava's going to get. Naturally, Christina Corinthos Davis will be outraged if Sonny and Ava actually manage to agree on a guardianship result. How far will Christina go if she's forced to use another strategy to make Ava pay? We should also address the Jen Sidwell situation since he's obviously Sonny's newest adversary. Following Sonny's Los Angeles trip, he may hear clamors about Sidwell going after his home and making moves against him. That could leave Sonny ready to strike back, especially if Natalia Ramirez sounds the alarm. Our prognostications suggest Sidwell may be Natalia's ex-husband since he transferred someone to catch on her in LA, so she may have an intimidating run heft with him soon. Of course, there'll be some Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermain developments coming up as well, but a great deal depends on how important Nina Reeves is willing to reveal about her once fling with the sleazy Solon. Some stunning news and dramatic moments in Port Charles, so we'll bring you updates on all the mayhem. Numerous suckers suspected that Cyrus could have been behind Austin's exposure or had someone differently carry out the deed, but no solid evidence ever surfaced. As time passed, observers began to sweat that Austin's story would slip into obscurity, leaving the riddle undetermined no bone ever paying for boggling the croaker. Still, it seems that Jocelyn Jacks may be the key to bringing justice for Austin, if she can dig up enough evidence in the process of her disquisition. Still, Jocelyn is set to claw into Cyrus' former den, which was formerly one of Austin's parcels where Nicholas Cassadine was hidden, if everything goes according to plan. This is precisely what Jack Brennan is banking on as he challenges Jocelyn to take action and looks into if Austin bought any property near Port Charles after Cyrus' parole. Jocelyn is hot on the trail of ruinous substantiation, and she might just uncover what Austin intended to hand over to the authorities before his early end. Austin had struck an impunity deal, pledging to expose his master's identity to the PCPD along with solid evidence of felonious exertion. Sorely, he no way had the chance to expose Cyrus as his employer or present that substantiation, with Austin fading shortly after sealing that deal. The timing raises serious eyebrows. It clearly gives the print that Cyrus may have taken drastic measures to silence Austin before he could turn against him. Will Jocelyn erect everything together? She's determined to bring Cyrus to justice for Dex Heller's woeful fate, but let's not forget Austin, another victim who also deserves justice. It would be satisfying to see Cyrus held responsible for all his errors, but the precedence is icing he can't harm anyone again. Whether he ends up back in captivity or faces a more final reckoning, it seems his time may be running out. Will Jocelyn uncover the verity about Cyrus's part in Austin's death? Upcoming spoilers promise plenitude of twists as Jocelyn continues her hunt for answers, so stay tuned for all the thrilling updates and jaw-dropping moments ahead. Nina Reeves confesses an intimate secret to Willow Tate Corinthos plus, Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson get indeed closer. In Moment's occasion, Jason will continue his battle with Cyrus at Charlie's. Jason rushed into the cantina to find Cyrus' hand on Danny Morgan's shoulder. Jason screams at Cyrus if he ever touches his son again, nothing will ever find his body. Still, also anticipate Jason to be a high suspect, if Cyrus ends up boggled. While Jason has a reason to reply that way, the police will also have to follow the leads. Nina is hopeless to cover her son from Drew Quartermain. Unfortunately, it seems that Willow is indeed more drawn to Drew. Nina tells Willow in the exercise clip that it's not easy to confess this secret. So, how will Willow reply when she learns that her mama slept with Drew? Nina might hope it disgusts Willow and pulls her down from Drew. Still, what if Willow thinks Nina is lying or if backfires? What if Drew uses this to his advantage? The exercise clip for Moment's occasion also shows Anna Devane defying Jocelyn Jacks formally again. Anna warns Joss that her little game could end her life. Jocelyn snuck into Cyrus' room and disturbed a flower petal in his Bible. Jocelyn was careful enough and Cyrus knew someone had been poking in his room. After that, Jocelyn apologized to Cyrus, which really unsettled him. That might have been enough damage control if Cy had eavesdropped Elizabeth Liz Baldwin. There was also Danny defying Cyrus about Sam McCall's death. So, Jocelyn's damage control really might have just made effects a lot worse. The exercise clip also shows Kai and Trina continuing to spend time together. Kai says that those are good words to live by while talking to Trina. Meanwhile, Jack Brennan and Carly Spencer have a discussion. Over at Charlie's, Elizabeth Liz Baldwin confides in Lucky Spencer. Quick on his bases, and set to be honest with his woman. From the progeny go, Chase didn't detention and break in the horrible news to her either, a stark discrepancy between them. But that doesn't mean he's not going through some serious UPS, and Campo trying to figure out what their life will look like now without a gestation to celebrate. Brooklyn Quartermain is floundering with this news as well, but she doesn't want to show him how important pain she's in for fear that he'll feel it's all his fault. But soon, a new pain point will present itself that's going to impact each of them in extensively different ways. Will the news that Brooklyn has formerly had a child with someone close to Chase going to fit some resoluteness into this marriage, or break it piecemeal? Will Chase be suitable to tolerate his woman's deception alongside a man he allowed? He knew so well? Brooklyn wouldn't be suitable to defend herself veritably well since she has been feeling shamefaced about this from day one. She had a troubling feeling that she should have told her hubby the verity, particularly before she came his woman. But she let herself believe the taradiddle that the history was stylish left in the history. Now, she's come face to face with the reality that she wouldn't have Chase's natural child, and that means the child she gave up for relinquishment may be the only natural child she ever has. Learning that his woman prevaricated to him is going to crush Chase, but learning that his family in arms and police force mate, Dante Falconeri, also prevaricated is going to leave Chase feeling like he may not have a real friend left in the world. While Dante has no way known that Brooklyn had his child, he's well apprehensive of how that came to be. Their summer love was a thing of the history, and they easily no way told Lulu Spencer or anyone differently. So, when Brooklyn started dating Chase, she didn't feel like she had much of a choice but to tell everyone the verity, or keep the secret. Dante has gone on with that because as far as he was concerned, there was no reason to bring it up. Will Chase feel that way though?